Hi, my name's Paul Ryder and you're watching Toffee TV.
Welcome back to Toffee TV, it's me Ped, it's Baz. This is the final word. Manchester United 1, Everton 0. Baz. Stop looking at the screen and getting angry.
That's the latest defeat, that's all.
Just the latest, 3 in a row in the league.
Sound.
Good stuff. I think there's plenty of things to talk about, but let's get straight into the team picked. Was the team that was picked on our tactics show. Sort of. Was he? The team was the same.
The team was the same.
But
he'd obviously, when he watched the video,
yeah,
and went, "Oh, that's what I need to pick," he obviously didn't understand what we meant.
Do you think he went, right, I can't be seen as watching this,
Yeah.
So I'll just mess about with all the players?
Yeah.
Because I just don't get that. I just don't get the.
You don't get that he didn't listen to me.
I don't get that the team he picked. I just why complicate it?
You get the team he picked, obviously.
Yeah, because we picked it first.
But you don't get.
I don't get
how he used
where they all played, because where they all played was just like he picked the team and then just went, got all the names and just threw them on the floor, and wherever they landed, they sort of played. Because I don't understand that team he played in them. I don't understand the midfield and how that midfield set up. You had players in the wrong positions that if they swapped, you would have got more out of them. Basically, your players playing in the wrong positions. So how do we justify that? How do we justify a game where we play 2 wingers yet we don't have anyone on the left again? How
Lennon was almost up front, but he wasn't up front. He was kind of nowhere.
But Lennon was like the number 10. Lennon was like the floating role, which meant Barkley played deep in midfield and cleverly sort of played on the left, but then come inside. I just it's like.
Are you actually?
What's that? I mean, hang on, I'm not. What did he say? Is it like the last days of the Mad King or something? Is that like a Shakespearean thing? I'm sure it is. It's like.
If it isn't,
it's probably not. It's probably just like a Game of Thrones thing that's just seeped into my mind. Yeah. It feels like. It just feels like things are getting thrown at a dartboard and.
This is all very Walter Smith to me. This is where he coming to the end of Walter Smith's name, where he didn't seem to know, other than play 6 centre halves, he didn't seem to know what to do.
He had excuses though.
Oh, he had no money.
I mean, I remember going to Villa Park one night and he played Kevin Campbell centre midfield because he had no other centre midfielders.
He played Dunk on left wing against Ipswich, right? Bosh lad. But he'd moan because he didn't run up and down.
He'd play players out of position because of necessity. Alright, maybe not, but you know what I'm saying.
I know what you mean. We keep getting told it's the most talented squad since the 80s, and it's fantastic, and I've been arguing on the Ball Street channel today about the fact that Everton do have good players. But then you do start to question, are we just blinded? Are they good, or are they just crap? Are they just average? Because the performances they're putting in that. The formation we set up, we had Lukaku up front, we had Delafeu off and to the right, we had Aaron Lennon to the left, and we had 3 midfielders with Ross almost the tip of the thing. And when he went out, it wasn't like that, and Lukaku didn't seem to know where he was playing. Coleman didn't have a good game anyway, but was arguing with the manager as to say who's where. He kept pointing as if to say who's up front, because no one was up front. It's just a mess, and I told you, the thing that terrified me most in that Arsenal game was that second half when no one knew where they were. Yeah. They just looked shambolic. Yeah. And again at United it looked shambolic. This is it. Let's be honest. This is quite an average Manchester United side.
Very, very average.
The game was.
And Man United fans say that as well.
Yeah, without it, it's not having a dig at them. They know themselves. But the game was grim. And Everton, we couldn't pass the ball. There was no urgency. And I think I was saying to my dad and then my mate who watching it with, nothing changes with Everton. Whether it's the fit, you wouldn't know if you switched the telly on. There was no time. and Everton were behind, you wouldn't know whether that was the first 5 minutes or injury time, because nothing changes. They don't.
No.
The intensity doesn't pick up as the game runs away from them. It's all an absolute shambles, and people can come on and still go, we're going towards the promised land.
I don't know if there's that many of them left.
No, well, there's still some. There'll still be some.
Well,
There'll be some who tell you that.
Listen,
you know.
I don't think those people out there are trying to tell people who that they're idiots or that they know better. I don't even think it's an opinion, Baz. What I think is that some people just want the man to do well. And for a long time, that's how I felt.
I wanted him to do well.
And for a long time, that's how I felt. I just wanted him to do really, really. He's done. Do you know what? He's done by us and by me. We've done really well. Like, and I'm someone personally, like, taking us in and having the fan interviews and all these kind of things. Giving us access. He's done with a little intro to being on some of our videos.
He's been great.
We're doing and that was when we didn't even have a channel. He just did that, and he did that off his own back, and he didn't have to ask anyone from the media, the club, which is a big thing. He's a great fella, but at some point you have to just flick the switch. And as I've said, mine was West Ham. Yeah, we all know.
I think mine was Bournemouth, didn't it?
But that's fair enough.
But I think after Bournemouth, I started questioning whether he actually. I wasn't saying he's not a good manager, but I started thinking, and I remember someone saying, "Why are you still on the fence with him? Why are you still on the fence with him?" Earlier when we beat Sunderland 6-2, because I've seen things where I thought we ain't got the killer instinct. Villa was another one, 4-0 up against the worst Premier League team ever to walk the air, and we stopped playing after an hour. And a ruthless manager would have made us beat them 9-0. And then you look around, you want them to do well. I don't want us to have to be changing our manager, because it's all turmoil and it's starting again, and someone else comes in and goes, he's crap, and then it starts again. But we lost a fella to football last week, or the week before, Johan Cruyff. And he spoke about performance without results is basically bullshit. Yeah. He was far more eloquent and articulate in what he said than what I've just said. But it's right. There's no point looking great. No point having a mansion that looks amazing from the outside. When you open it, it's all floorboards and the walls need plastering and there's nothing in it, and nothing ever gets done. But I keep saying to you, boss this house, it'll be boss in 10 years when everything drops into place. It's football. What people have to remember is, you're watching this team now, you're getting older every single day. Every day, you're dying, you're getting closer to death.
This is the youngest you'll ever be. Right? The youngest you... We're getting deep here, aren't we?
And you want to watch your team being successful. The seasons come and go like that. Yeah. And this is why, this is the 25th, it's going to be 21 years since we've won a cup. We might turn that round, we might change that this season. It might.
It won't,
right?
It doesn't make any difference to me.
But to me now, I don't care. I've just said this on the Ball Street thing. I don't care now, because a cup ain't gonna change. 3 years is long enough for any manager now to know whether you're going in the right direction. He's a great fella, like you've said. Personally, he's probably one of the nicest fellas you will ever meet, and on a personal level in terms of.
But I also think that's to his detriment.
And it is to.
He hasn't got enough bastard in him. He just hasn't got enough bastard in him. It'd
come out, wouldn't it?
We've heard Leighton Baines say something today, and we're going to do a video on that, because we think that's very important. But just this game, I looked at the players, and it happened last year at Stoke. Stoke was just like Stoke away last season was like the night where I was just like, you haven't got a clue. But yesterday, just by seeing players out of position, over. Well, there was no simplification. You've got Lukaku. No matter what you think about Lukaku's performance, he was 15, 20 yards ahead of the nearest player. They kept on just going long to him, over-hitting balls, and when he did get them, if they bounced off him, which most of them did, there was no Everton player. There was no Everton player within 15 yards. And I'm sitting there going, what are we doing? But in the first half, it didn't really worry me too much, because we're at Old Trafford. It's 0-0. I remember Chelsea away, and we played quite similar in the first half. We kept it tight. I thought, second half we're going to go on, and we started the second half all right. Kept the ball, made a couple of crosses and stuff, and they scored. and we just crumbled, like literally crumbled. And like you said before, you wouldn't know when the game, you know, we switched it on after we 1-0 down. You wouldn't know. There was no.
Everton don't know how to chase.
There was no intensity. I mean, imagine being at Goodison Park. Last 10 minutes. We've all been there this season. 1-0 up, 2-0 up. You're panicking because the other team are getting more of the ball and they're coming in your half and they're throwing crosses. I mentioned on the instant reaction video the West Ham game.
They just threw everything.
Everyone up front just started launching long balls, knocking it down, goal. Yesterday there was none of that. It took him till the 87th minute to bring a striker on, and he didn't even play as a striker. He didn't. He had Coney there, and we've had a go at Coney mainly because when he plays on the left, he had Coney there, and he could have just stuck Coney up front, pulled one of the midfielders off because he had loads to choose from, and just go, lads, Coney's here. He's your battering ram. Keep hitting him with the ball. It'll stick, and once it sticks, we'll get men round it. You know, when Villa came to us earlier in the season, and we were battering them, and they brought just dead on, and we were saying, why didn't you do that all game? You've got a lad there who sticks to, and you're thinking, you're an idiot.
Same away game.
You're thinking you're an idiot. Yeah, he comes on and scores. You're thinking, what are you doing? Why didn't you do that all season? That's what it felt like to me yesterday. It was like, what are you doing?
We're 1-0 down with 25 minutes to go at Old Trafford. We're not doing nothing. All right, Jags hits the bar with the header. He was unfortunate.
Which was a bad miss.
Well, it
was a bad miss.
Oh, that's fair enough, but he got a corner, he had it there at the bar, and he had the other one, which he probably should have done better with his foot. Other than that, we had nothing. So I'd rather see him. I'd have shook him, well, not shook him by the end, but I'd have gone, you know what, no complaints there. We're 1-0 down, 25 minutes to go. Take 2 off, put Kone down the middle, put Nias one side, Ron the other, go long. Doesn't matter. Forget your principles, it's bollocks, it's about results. Go long, we got beat 3-0, I'd have gone, well, you know what, he went for it. We were getting beat, nothing was happening, we went for it. He tried to do something positive, it hasn't worked. That's a different story, but at least we went for it. Nothing. He took Delafeu off, who was our biggest threat, and was having a decent game. I thought he was okay when he was in possession.
When he got the ball.
Aaron Lennon, who we love and sung his praise, was crap.
But again, that's more down to he was supposed to play in 4 different positions.
Yeah, if he'd have just stuck him out on the left, he'd have been probably better. So he took him on, he took Ross off, who Ross didn't have a good game, so no problem with Barkley coming off. But it was just the same again. It was just, he put Morales on, he was a waste of space. He touched the ball, he was absolutely diabolical, Kevin Morales yesterday. Pathetic. And nothing changes. And 5 minutes, imagine us 1-0 up in the 88th minute, Goodison, you'd fucking be switching all over you. You'd be going, oh my God. They had the ball. We were hanging on in the 91st minute. They had the frigging ball. And you're going, they're chilled here. They've been crap at home. Alright, you've only conceded 7 goals, so defensively they're alright. But there was never a time for them when they thought, these are, apart from the Jags header, they must have been thinking, these are crap. Lukaku, he's on his own, he was terrible, Ron. He was terrible. He needed again the mouth all week and followed up with a pathetic performance. But he was totally and utterly isolated. What do you do with him? You knock it into him, what do you want him to do? If he gets hold of it, he's got 2 men on him. Change the fucking...
We said this as well. Crap. We know what Rom's strengths are and what his strengths are not. His strengths were not what we had yesterday. If you isolate him, he's out the game.
Yeah,
like you just said there, we had Besic there as well. Besic could have come on, and you've got Cleverly, Besic, you've got and McCarthy, right? But I'm saying that's a 3.
No, I'm saying McCarthy.
But that's a 3. That's a 3. That you just say, lads, all you've got to do is defend. Just defend.
Yeah.
And you say, and you just go, and you say, lads, give us the ball, and we'll have a little go at them. Yeah. Nothing. There was nothing. It was that was the biggest thing for me when we went a goal down. It was just there's nothing.
Can we talk about the goal?
Oh yeah, it was terrible.
Because our right back hasn't got a fucking clue. Sorry for the kid. You know what?
They're used to the swearing now.
I didn't want to ever swear on this channel, but it's got me that stage. Yeah. He's absolutely thick as a footballer because schoolboys know never to try and play the ball across your fucking box. Clear it with your left foot. It comes. I seen it. He done it at Fulham. Remember Fulham a few years ago? We drew 2-2. We had 35 attempts at goal, and we drew the game. And the second goal that they scored was this: he come across and he tried to play it, and the lad come in back stick and equalised. He's still doing it 4 or 5 years later. It's pathetic. He was the Irish captain last week. Absolutely pathetic defending. It was lucky the way it broke to, and he was going, great ball, it was a deflection. But just see it back where it came from. It was just pathetic.
Do you put any blame on, I mean, could Stones have reacted a little bit better? I think he could have reacted
Possibly,
quicker.
but I don't...
He almost like looks at it in slow motion as it goes past him.
He does, but again, he's right in the middle of the guy. You know, well, I will pull Stones, you know, at times. And
I thought Stones had a good game.
Done well. He'd be a bit shaky at the start, and then he got better and better. I thought he'd done okay. He was better than he's been.
He did the basics right, didn't he?
Yeah, and he put his foot through it, which is what I want to see him do. I thought Jagielka was brilliant. To be fair, he was our best player for me. But that defending from Coleman is outrageous, and this is a product because we've got nothing to replace him with. And I'm not saying you get rid of him,
no.
But he's under no threat. Any player that is under no threat, we've seen it with our goalkeeper for years. You know, under no threat, mistake after mistake. It's all very well there, looking at me on the friggin' mud. It's all very well coming out, giving rallying calls. Oh, Phil Neville was great at it, rally call, and then be shite on the Saturday. I'm at the bit where I just think, you know what, if half of these left in the sun,
I mean, I want to stick to the goalkeeper because people ask me these. Do you have attribute any blame to the goalkeeper?
No, comes too fast at him. He was done.
The only thing I would say is, with a bit of experience, he will not, because I think the goalie almost...
He probably could have screamed away at Coleman, but then Coleman...
No, what I'm saying is that I think what he probably thought was Coleman was just going to deal with it, and that's given that second, and he might have reacted,
his legs,
a little bit of reaction, but that's experience.
Well, you know what was really good was Martial, because he just did through it. He just anticipated. Our centre forwards anticipated.
It reminded me of Brian Oviedo's goal. It's exactly the same spot. Cross, everything was exactly the same. Because Coleman was in exactly the same position. Remember the thing where Coleman goes, because there's no which way to celebrate. That's what his defending was.
At that end as well. But I think the thing was, Martial just swung a boot at it anyway, because he didn't react to it. He just done it in anticipation, and that's why he blocked it in. And I don't think Joel could. I don't blame the keeper.
No, I don't. It's a poor goal to concede, and we've just.
It's the reaction.
It's the reaction. That's it.
There was no reaction to it, and. You know, the other thing as well, when you look at when you're struggling, you can look for positives and go, right, well, you know, they done this though when
fighting.
It was unlucky. When that went in, they all just sort of went, yeah, there's another defeat. There was never any belief. Did we ever feel like we had one where, I think it was Ross Barkley or Cleverly, one of them slid it down the line. It was a great ball to Coleman, he put it across. It was at 0-0 actually, and that meant to clear it. That was the only real time we got round the back of him, and it was quite basic football, and we get in. That never happened again. Crosses didn't go in. Baines was trying, but Lukaku was isolated, like you say. This whole way of playing, this is the thing for me, why the manager has to move on now, because he's never ever gonna change. It's not gonna happen. The 3 years in, it's not gonna happen. This formation is pathetic. People can go on and be scored for 50 goal, blah, blah, blah. It's bollocks. It's crap.
Haven't scored in the last 2 games, I know that.
Crap. It's crap. The formation's crap. You leave one centre forward up on his own, and you fanny with it in the midfield, and eventually you might get a goal. You should have 2 centre forwards up there. Leicester are going to win the league, and they play with 2 strikers, and I'm made up because it'll just blow this whole thing. Football goes in cycles. Barcelona had a great little thing a few years ago when everyone latched onto it. What's Barca now? They're a different team. They've got 3 best strikers in the world.
I would say they never
played. They never played
with one.
Anyway.
They played with 3 up front.
3 up front. We play with 1 because they got 3 centre forwards. You tripling your opportunity. Lukaku isn't gonna score every game. Lennon had a little purple patch, but if he gets 6 goals in a season, he's done well. Delafeu's got 1 this season, and there you 2. Morales. So you should be having, and that's why. There was no reaction, there was nothing different, there was no fresh ideas, there was no get Coney on, put him down the middle, put Rom to the right, Nias to the left, knock it long, forget the midfield, forget your principles for 25 minutes, bang it long into Coney, let him get hold of it. He doesn't have to run. All he has to do is occupy their 2 centre backs, let Lukaku get in, and there was nothing, and the players were just looking, there was no reaction, no one was snapping, no one was screaming. And it was just, but they booed in the dressing room after the game.
I don't even know what that means. Honestly, I just don't know what that means. I mean, I just, there's no fight. There's nothing there anymore. There's no heart. It feels like a team that's lost, regardless of a semi-final coming up. And this is what I was talking about the other week. And maybe it was taken the wrong way, but saying I'm not excited about the semi-final. It means nothing to me in terms of, because Football shouldn't be about, you know, it's your bread and butter. Games, for every game's bread and butter. But no, what I'm saying is though, at the moment, all I hear is, and all I hear from the manager, yeah, but we're in 2 semi-finals, we've been in 2 semi-finals, this is the first time we've been in 2 domestic semi-finals since 1984, and it's like, don't look over here, look over there, look at what we will be doing in a few weeks when we're in the semi-final. I don't care, I just don't care. It means nothing to me. It's when people say, well, if he wins the FA Cup, it doesn't mean anything to me. No. It's a trophy, and the reason we're all desperate for a trophy is we haven't won one for 20 years. Well, that doesn't give him an out. That's other managers' faults or the people who run the club. That's not it. That can't be his out. Oh look, he's won a trophy. He won a trophy for Wigan. Port have won an FA Cup. Swansea won a League Cup.
Birmingham.
You know, it happens. It happens, and it can't be the out. It just can't be the out, because the football that we're watching every week is just crap. It's just crap. I had an argument with a fella on Saturday night, a Liverpool fan, who was telling me that I should be enjoying the football, and I was like, what are you talking about? He said, "But you play great football, so you shouldn't really worry." I went, but we don't play great football. That is just this thing that's been invented because we played in loads of high-scoring games. I said, we play little bits of football now and again. We play match of the day football. We play 20 minutes.
I think at times we do play nice football, but it's pointless to me. What's the point?
Souness said it yesterday. They play too much football in their own half.
Yeah. Well, what's the point of it? Tell me what the point of looking great is if you lose every game. You don't win it. What's the point? It means nothing. Well, it means nothing. It means absolutely jack shit. You pass it down, 800 passes. Oh, brilliant! We finished with 90%. It means nothing. We got beat.
Do you know the difference? I mean, again, this is a big thing, and I from yesterday as well. And this is where again the Barcelona thing that he loves so much that it doesn't make any sense. Barcelona pass, lose it, get it back within quickly. 7 seconds,
5 seconds, it was.
Whatever it was. Yeah, get it back, pass, goal. That's the That was what the Barcelona way was. Us, it's pass, give it away, don't get it back until it's either them scoring or a goal kick or something. That's what happens with us and this is now 3 years, and I'm sorry, but we're going backwards because I think the players have lost interest in it. I think a lot of them lost interest in it last year, but we'll talk about that in another video. But it just feels like to me now that the players are just not interested. And the other thing I would say as well is on Friday when he did his press conference, he was asked about Lukaku, and we knew what he was going to say. Oh well, he's got the ambitions that we've got. We've got the money to keep. We can compete with anyone. You can't. If a player's unhappy, like really unhappy, because he sees the club's going nowhere, then he is going to leave. And it doesn't matter how much money you can give him, because another club will give him it. If at the end of the day he wants to leave, he'll go. And I know last season with the John Stones situation,
he was desperate to go.
Well, maybe, but
he was desperate to go.
But what I'm saying is though, that was at a number one. I think the timing of that was all wrong. And number two, he's a young lad who probably was a little bit more controllable. Whereas someone Lukaku, if Lukaku knocks on the door at the end of the season, goes, I'm going, and his agent says he's going, then he's going, and I'm not having any arguments over that.
I'm just saying to you, he can't be. Everton can stop him going because you've got a 3-year deal left. 3 years left.
But
Everton can dig the heels in.
They won't.
Oh, but he can dig the heels
in.
But they won't. Twice easily. Well, I don't know, because I honestly thought Stones would go. What I heard last season in the summer and what was getting told,
But don't you think a lot was to do with the timing though?
Probably. I think I just think Everton wanted to make a stand last summer as well. And the other thing I believe as well last summer was you could write it off as a blip. Last summer, you could have gone, well, we nearly got in the Champions League last year, so this year we'll have it sorted. It went wrong, and he could have gone, yeah, right, we're back now, so we want you to stay because this is the year we break the top 4. Right? That argument's gone now. The only way we keep Lukaku is if we sack Martinez. The only way we have a chance of keeping Lukaku is if we get.
Do you know the other thing that I mean, if Lukaku wants to go, I think he'll go. And do you know the other reason I think he'll go? whatever you think about agents, he's got a very powerful agent, and I think his agent will make it known that Everton are a good club to deal with, and that could put off other potential signings.
The agent can do a lot of damage. He's already, if you believe he wasn't behind his dad's comments last week, then again you're very naive, and that's boss. If you're that naive, it's great. He was behind his dad's comments last week. This is how you start the ball rolling. We said it last week, didn't we? You were saying, you know, you start doing it, little bits get out. We've seen it with Raheem Sterling, and in the end, you want them gone, you want them out your club, because it's not worth it. I've got no affinity to Romelu Lukaku. I think he's a good goal scorer. I'd rather we had him than we didn't have him, but he's not a player that I won't cry when he leaves, because I've never felt as though he was fully focused on Everton. I think he's focused on himself, which isn't always a bad thing. Barkley goes, I'll be devastated. Stones or Lukaku go, it's one of those things, the commodities. We have to replace him with good players. I'd rather he stayed, because he's a good goal scorer and they are very hard to come by. And he puts the ball in the net when you give him chances. And I have a go with him sometimes because he doesn't work hard enough and his touch should be much better. But by the same token, we don't help him and he needs a partner. I think if we had a centre forward that played with him, he'd be even.
In a two, no one would even question it.
No, not at all. And he'd have 35 goals this season. It's just that it stands out like a beacon. But because we don't help him.
You mentioned work rate there. I mean, work rate is our biggest issue.
It's everyone's, not just wrong.
No, that's what I'm saying. I think work rate's Everton. You see the players and they're just walking around, and
McCarthy.
you see other players who have got.
James McCarthy. What's happened to him? This is a kid that the first year we had him, I was like,
yeah,
oh my god, we have got Roy Keane.
But do you think
now we look like we've got Roy Cropper?
Do you think it's what's demanded of them though?
I think it's the manager. I'm not.
I don't think they work hard enough.
Yeah, but the manager demands that. What? Omar Nias, right? Whether he's good or he's not, we don't know, because we've seen him. If you add all his minutes up, it's probably less than this video already, right? I can't make a decision on him.
No, you should.
I don't think you should. But he's been here for 4 months nearly. 3 months he's been here. He's not fit. He comes on, he looks knackered. So where's David Moyes? You know Moyes was in charge, right?
Cool.
I know you're gonna whatever, but just wait a minute. If David Moyes was in charge and he'd have bought him and he was in his condition, he'd have given him a pre-season in 3 weeks. He'd have been ran into the ground, right? Dave Billows would have been smacking him on the arse, making him
stairs,
giving it up the park end. He used to have cars, he used to do that every day, and he'd have that done and he'd be fit, ready to go in. Within 4 weeks he'd be able to play 90 minutes. We've had this kid here for nearly 3 months. He comes on and looks knackered after 90 seconds.
Do you know why he's not fit? Honestly, do you know?
Because of the cast.
Because of his arm. Because of his arm. Well, he's got a wrist injury, and we're being told that's the reason he's not fit. That's the reason he's not fit. I mean, I don't know if anyone's seen Jamie Vardy recently, but have you seen the cast on Jamie Vardy? No, honestly, Jamie Vardy wears a cast because he broke his, because he done something to his wrist. Yeah. So he wears it every game. He has the big bandage around it. He's probably the fittest player in the Premier League, and he gets his rewards.
Desire.
And we have got. Can't say anything about this kid. Can't say nothing. But remember that video where we beat Villa and everything was rosy, but we said afterwards, why didn't we play Nias for 25 minutes instead of bringing John Stones on? Or as well, that's why. And when people go, oh, you shouldn't criticise when you win, that's why. Because he's not fit and he brings him on for 3 minutes. Why even bother? Why even put him on the bench? Why even do you know what, right? I'd rather we went back to Wigan, got Conor Mack and brought him back and said, go on lad, you're scoring goals, we don't know whether you're good enough, I don't know whether you're good enough, but do you know what, you'll work hard because you're a blue, than some lad who is clearly not fit. The manager...
It's not his fault.
No, I'm not having a go at him. I'm not having a go at Nias. I'm honestly not. But...
He's not throw Delisle Brewster on. He'd run around. Kids scoring goals, just won the Dallas Cup. He'd have played better
exactly, that's what I'm saying. What's the point?
They had Rashford up front.
We've got a bench full of old men who are going to all leave the club at the end of the season.
I'm sorry, right, but it's enough's enough now. For me, enough's enough. You know, I hate quoting them and, you know, things that they do, but for anyone who's going, if he wins the cup, give him another year. Why? 3 years in, we're going this way. We're not going that way. We're going this way. Liverpool won the League Cup and got to an FA Cup final, finished 8th, and they sacked their biggest living icon. Yeah. They sacked him in the summer, and
their biggest icon,
icon ever. They got rid of him. They relieved him of his duties and said, sorry, thank you.
He did bring
no,
in Brendan,
thank you.
No,
But
you're
even,
right.
but even then, he brought Rodgers in. He almost won the league, and 14 months later, he was chased, and he were 8th, and he was chased out the club. We finished 5th, which is
And we put a big, stupid thing on the side of a stadium.
Remember when we finished 4th and we done it for Moyes? No, I don't either. When we finished 4th, exactly.
We
Remember
give
all
him a
that
big
money?
whopping contract, and we put a picture of him on the side of the stadium.
Just, I mean, listen,
Enough, you're right, enough is enough. Enough is enough. You've just got to, and again, none of this, let's see if he wins the cup, none of this till the end of the season, none of this give until Christmas, and if we're doing, like Baz said before, your life's ticking away. It really is.
But the players, what you've got to remember,
and the players are ticking away.
The players are ticking away, so all of this, and please stop with the, we lose 6 if he goes. Who's going to go?
I'm not asked.
I'm not, no, but who's going to go? I'm not playing for Everton now because you've sacked Martin.
But I don't care anyway.
Stupid.
Like people were saying to me.
Don't be stupid.
I know, but like people were saying to me about Emery. Oh yeah, but he doesn't get on with Delafeu. I don't care. I don't care if he doesn't get on with Gerard Delafeu. I just don't care. I want someone who'll run the club.
And we might win games.
Yeah, that we might win something, or we might
progress.
Oh my! I'm not. Little see if we're here, kids. I know everyone loves Leicester, but I think it proves that the Premier League isn't that good when Leicester are going to win the Premier League. I'm sorry to shatter your illusions. I love them. They work their bollocks off. They've got a couple of really good players, but that means the Premier League isn't that good.
What it means is if you get your consistency right, you've got a chance. And they've been fantastic this season, and they deserve to be where they are. They're fantastic. Everton, shocking. Let's just forget all this. No, but we've got a good side. We haven't. We've won something like 2 games in 12 or something stupid. We've won 1 home game since November. It's April. It's next time we play Goodison, it's the 16th of April. So it's halfway through.
We haven't
April,
got 40
and we won
points.
4 games.
We haven't got 40
in
points.
April.
It's April and we haven't got 40
Remember when we
points.
finished 4th, we had 40 points on Boxing Day. That's right. We're in April and we've got 38 points. Bournemouth, you know, could have gone above us if they did at the weekend. Bournemouth, who were down the other week. You know, these kind of teams. It's just not good enough. And the weeks go by, the seasons go by. For me, 3 years is enough.
It's that easy. It's that easy. If you're on the fence, grow some bollocks, right? If you're a girl, don't
do that. Never do that.
If you're on the fence, just think about what you want out of Everton. Honestly, what you want out of Everton. Because I honestly think, right? I honestly think we've got fans who are terrified of success, and that might be a weird thing. But I think I think we've got fans that are sort of like happy, plodding along, not ever worrying about going down again.
Do you know?
Go on.
You know when I worked there, right? And we started winning games, people would come and buy tickets and moan. You know, they'd go, well, where are all these, like when we were drawing, you don't want to win these games because you get all these fellas coming and match, you know. People are happy with the routine.
I don't want to go to Wembley because I can't really afford to go, so I'd rather we just didn't go. Get a bit of that as well. But think to yourself,
that is expensive.
What do you want out of your football club? What do you want? Do you want to be winning things? I think I think what some people don't want is the mental stress of having to deal with like coming close and missing out.
That's what it is. It's because it's like 48 times bitten, you shine out. You know what I mean? No one really wants it. I do believe there's certain amounts of people. It might just be a small amount who just want to go to the game, have a bevy, not really asked. If Everton pass it round, they'll have a bevy, have a laugh with the mate and go home. That's great if you can detach yourself that much. That's boss. They don't want to win.
I honestly don't know why those people go to football.
That mental stress again is right from you, because I often think, imagine if we were in the league, I wouldn't be able to sleep. My bottle would be gone because it's that long since it happened. The thought of it.
Imagine being like Liverpool that week and missing out, and the trauma. But at the end of the day, we ridiculed some of them. It was like, look at them having a laugh because they finished second, and you think, yeah, but imagine winning the league. I mean, how long could you actually celebrate winning the league for, like realistically? Whereas
if we won it 20 years.
But realistic, no, but you think about it. You enjoy football. You enjoy the journey as much as you enjoy the end result. So
it's more. It's like when you think about it, like a derby, and you go, I want to beat them. Not that I can even now because it's years ago.
No, I know.
But you know when the whistle goes and you've won, it's never as sweet as what you imagine it when they're just about to kick off.
I mean, I know a couple of Liverpool fans wrote a book on it, and it's like, there's bits on it, and it's like, you know, at the time you're going to a match and you were loving it, and you're going out afterwards, and everything was brilliant, and every day seemed like a sunny day, and do you know what I mean? It's like, now at the moment every day feels like it's bleeding raining.
I've got to be honest, the way I feel at the moment, I'm not really in. We've been trying to sort like the Wembley stuff out and all that. I've just had so little interest in it, I'm just not bothered. I'm like, and I'm not saying I'm not bothered because I'm made up to that we're in the I'm happy that we're in the semi-final.
Doesn't want to contradict himself.
No, I'm made up that we're at Wembley for the semi, and I hope that we win. I want us to win the FA Cup, and I'll enjoy that for what it is, but what I'm not letting it do is, it doesn't alter the fact that I don't believe he's the right man to take us forward.
No, that's
even
what I'm saying. We go down there, you know, no new trabs, no new t-shirts, sorry Thomas, for the semi-final. It's a semi-final for me, and I'm saying I can't enjoy it because it means nothing, because he keeps on saying we're in 2 semi-finals, like I should be like...
Imagine if this would have been his first season, the excitement now, the way we were playing in the league and getting, imagine, because we went to Arsenal in the quarters, didn't we, that year, and we got our asses handed to us, but imagine if it would have been that season, you know, we were playing, we're buzzing, we'd be dancing around here, and I'd be at this cap would be on for the whole show, my Wembley flat cap, we'd be loving it the whole show. Now I'm just like, you know what, I can't even get excited about it yet, because it's just like, we've got more league games to lose before then.
Let's wrap this up, because we're ending up in misery. Yeah,
we've lost another game.
I know, but I'm saying,
you know what? At least that we've only lost one away game can go out the window.
The away record is a fantasy, by the way. Right, tell us what you think in the comments below about this game. It was rubbish, wasn't it? Just give us your comments. Just tell us all your comments. We are on Twitter. It is a Toffee TV 1. We're on Facebook /Toffee TV EFC. We are on Snapchat Toffee TV 1878, and we are on Instagram Toffee TV 1.
Instagram, baby.
I get paid to remember all those things.
Do you?
No, I don't get paid. Professional Evertonian. That's what someone called me. I would love to be a professional. Oh my god, get paid. That'd be amazing. Tell us all what you think and all those things, and we will be back soon on Toffee TV.